I must admit that when I started looking into capsule coffee, I expected it to be bad. And indeed that was my experience when using Nespresso's latest system, the Virtuo, with some of their own capsules. To be fair, there were a few coffees out of the dozen types which I tried, which were so-so. Okay. But frankly, I couldn't wait to finish the test, give the machine away, and move back to making my delicious espresso the regular way. There was only one problem. I had this little niggle in the back of my head that my test wasn't 100% complete. You see, the Nespresso Virtuo system is proprietary. They have patents on the design, meaning that nobody else except them can make a compatible capsule. However, the patents on the original Nespresso design have expired, and there's now a large and vibrant market in third-party capsules, including capsules like these. So these come from, I was sent these actually by can you see this in there? I was sent this by a company called Coffee Roots out of Belgium, full disclosure, that I did not pay for them. But they haven't asked me for anything, nor have they seen this review prior to me posting it. Coffee Roots describe themselves as a vertically integrated beverage company. So what that means is that they can be a one-stop shop for private label coffee companies making different brands. So I believe they have something like 1,500 different products. But what I found interesting was the scope of their product range. And that's probably a different story. So they sent me this huge box, bless them, of different coffees, including beans, pre-grounds, and the capsules. And it's capsules I'm going to be talking about today. So I mentioned that I was not impressed at all by the Nespresso capsules before. And for all those who want my comments on that, it was on our Bean Talk podcast titled Yeso Nespresso. It took me, I would say, a couple of weeks, maybe more, to get motivated enough to buy another machine so I could try these ones they sent me. Honestly, I was intrigued how they would taste, but I can't say I was super excited after my Nespresso experience. Since I'd already bought one Nespresso machine before, which was on the Virtuo system, and now I needed the original design capsule system, I had to go out and buy another machine. So I naturally went and bought the cheapest model I could find. I didn't need to froth milk or do anything fancy, just make espresso. So I chose, I think it's called the Magimix Pixie model. It cost around £75, so it's about $100. Now, before I tell you my first impressions of the coffee I tried, let me recap what I did not like about the Nespresso original capsules. So I purchased this Nespresso Virtuo system with about 10 packs of different coffees. Some stronger, different origins, some flavored. Most of them tasted burned, and I had this bitter aftertaste, which I didn't like. A couple were okay, as I say, but it was nothing special. The crema produced by it just looked artificial to me. I actually didn't want to drink it because the thick crema, and we're talking like yay thick on top, it just looked artificial and plastic. I can't explain it very well, but it looked very engineered and, to me at least, unappealing. Finally, the flavored coffees from Nespresso actually made me feel ill. There was again this artificial taste to them which was overpowering. So this was the mindset that I was going into when Coffee Roots sent me these capsules. I was almost certain that they would taste better, and I hoped and expected perhaps that they would be good enough to be just palatable. Instead, what I got was good. I mean, I don't mean cup of excellence, barista champion good, but I do mean good. Beyond palatable, these were good. It challenged my preconceptions on what's possible with capsule coffee. So, I mean, it was so much so, in fact, I'm going to keep this machine. I told my wife I was going to send it back, but I'm going to keep it and I'm going to use it during the day when invariably I just want to grab a quick shot of tasty espresso without having to go through that rigmarole of heating up the big espresso machine, weighing and grinding the beans, cleaning up afterwards. I would say if you only have one coffee a day and you want to make it the best possible espresso you can make, then forget about capsules, it's not for you. But if you're like many of us, however, with a more complicated structure to your day, you might just find that capsules combined with a quality roasted coffee doesn't really feel like you're making much of a compromise.